Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 12 here of the season 10 of the CTC Wanted Goons Cup Series. Tonight, we are at Martinsville Speedway, half-mile paperclip in Martinsville, Virginia. And oh boy, is this going to be an exciting night. 200 laps around this short track. And this is the Bullring 200. Thanks to Brantley Bryant for sponsoring tonight's race. Hopefully we put on a good race for him. Qualifying is underway right now. These drivers have 2 laps set a time. On your screen is Jesse Jones in the 55. See what kind of lap time he can put down. Lap 1 will be a 19.109. Puts him third. Nolan Walker goes to the top of the board with an 1874. Kobe Stidham to second. Ryan File third at the moment. Well, as it is round 2 of this chase. Last week we had Chicagoland to open up the playoffs chase, whatever you want to call it. It's both. And a lot of points mix-up happened last week. Had some front-running drivers get dropped out. We'll get those points up now for you. There we go. Garrett Wolfbarger still leads the points. What else we got out here? Nolan Walker still on top of the board, 18.71, so he was able to go faster on lap 2. Quinn Newton out here. Haven't seen him in a while. Good to see Quinn back out here. We got Bradley Wilson second in points, Patrick O'Keefe third, and Ronnie Holmes, your final championship 4 driver as it stands at the moment. These drivers have 3 weeks left, including tonight's race, to make their way into that championship 4. So I would say it's not over for anybody. Brad Patton is a big long shot, but it's not over. I mean, 3 weeks, a lot of time. Actually, I don't know if he's here tonight. Looks like he's not. So okay, I think we can safely count him out. So your top 11, everybody's still in it there. And I think the 2 biggest names that dropped out were Blake and Hayden. They were both probably Championship 4 favorites and dropped down to 9th and 10th after a really bad week last week at Chicagoland. So Hayden puts it third in qualifying, 1874. Garrett Wolfenbarger, I missed that, goes to the top of the board, 1862 for the 32 team. Brantley Bryant, number 52, OG Gear. Oh no! Got the curve in 3 and 4. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. There's a lot of time to be found the lower you can get in the corners, but if you get too low and catch the curve, you're either going to get loose or just slide right up in front of somebody on the outside or into them. Giglio's first lap of 1901. Missed the bottom really bad there in 1 and 2 on lap 2. So he's going to have to get a lot here in 3 and 4 if he wants to start up front. And off of 4 across the line for Giglio. It is a 1889. That'll be good enough for 7th? No. Sorry, 10th. A bit worse than I thought. No, Blake, probably not what he was wanting there, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Cliff Balensa's taking it to the garage. Alright. Hey, Cliff, it's Lucas. You got me?
I ain't going out there.
Hey, man, well, you see you pulled it to the garage here. You got some car trouble, or you just scared of the track?
No, we're just, I want to be as far in the back as I possibly can. It's 200 laps. I don't need to push until lap 150.
That's a good point. Although, you know, you're kind of going to be behind everything, so just going to kind of wait and see what happens.
I trust myself to miss it, or at least stop. Now, the people behind me, I got no control over that. So, the further back I am, the better.
Gotcha, man. Well, hope it works out for you. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
He's gonna try the start from the back. Strat. Looks like we've only had 19 cars put on a lap time, so a lot of people seem to be going with that strategy of starting toward the back and just avoiding everything. But that's gonna be, I think, like 14 people that are starting in the back. So When you have that many starting back there, there's going to be not a lot of space to avoid these wrecks. I don't know. Interesting. All right. Qualifying is done. Here, Wolfenbarger on the pole. We're going to take a quick intermission while we get everything set up for the race. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Get our grid underway. Garrett Wolfenbarger starting on the pole tonight. Nolan Walker starting in second. Hayden Lowell starting in third. Bradley Wilson in fourth. Toll Owen going to be starting in fifth. He does have a drive-through for at-faults. Toby Stidham starting in sixth. Patrick O'Keefe also with a drive-through for at-faults. He'll be starting seventh. Ray Bartow, eighth. Brian File, 9th. Blake Giglio, 10th. Matthew Blackley in 11th. Brantley Bryant, 12th. Casey Graves, 13th. Ronnie Holmes, 14th. Jonathan Rains, 15th. Davis Greenwell, 16th. Quinn Newton, 17th. Jesse Jones, 18th. Jonathan Lager, 19th. Trevor Trago, wow! Running out your top 20. Nick Cooper, 21st. Dalton Hayes, 22nd. Like he might be starting from the pits, or he's not here. Keep up with that. Cliff Bones, 23rd. Wyatt McCombs, 24th. Ian Montrose also not gridding. Cody Cleaver, 26th. Daniel Llewellyn, 27th. Jimmo Collins, 28th. Dave Hoytsman, 29th. Jeff Price, 30th. Garrett Warren, 31st. DG Swiss, 32nd. And Jeremy Scherer, our 33rd car. Pole sitter, obviously, Garrett Wolfenbarger. I don't think we'll have time to talk with him here. We're going to get going next time by. So we'll talk with him under the next, or the caution that I'm sure we'll get pretty early on in this race. Bullring 200, sponsored by Brantley Bryant and K Designs. About to get underway. Pace car's up. And we are racing for the Bullring 200. Green flag in the air. Garrett Wolfenbarger leads lap 1. And there goes Nolan Walker! That will be our first yellow. Nobody really hurt in this, except for Nolan. Nolan, who is in a pretty good point situation coming into tonight, that's obviously not what he wanted right there. He's lucky to not have anybody hit him. And this is big news for all these guys that pit, because they, almost all of them, came out in front of the leader. Garrett Warren looks like he's going to get held a lap down. And Ian Montrose just spun under yellow. He was trying to beat the pace car out, I think, and ended up spinning out. So he is going to be 2 laps down. There, orange should be Lucky Dog here. If not here, then he'll have it on the next yellow. Alright, let's take a look at Nolan Walker, who brought this yellow out. It's like 56 of Hayden Lowell got into him. Didn't see that on the first watch. Back it up, take a look at it from the blimp camera. So, into turn 1. And 56 washes up just a hair, middle of the corner, and catches the left rear of the 77. 11 of Bartow was able to get up high and find a little bit of room there to get around 77. That's a typical Martinsville wreck there. Car on the outside pinching a little bit. Car on the bottom washes up a little too much. It happens quite often at this track in sim and in real life. Getting reports from Dalton Hayes in chat. Just saw that. iRacing won't load. That sucks. That sucks big time. Dalton Hayes coming into tonight. Bring up points again. Sitting 8th in points. 8 out of the cut line. And can't get the sim to start. So that is terrible. Dalton, if you can get out here, if you can get that thing to work, if you're registered, you can still get some points. So I wouldn't call it a night. Try to get that thing fixed and get out here. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of wrecked race cars before the end of this thing. So. Alright, back to 1 to green. Back to pace car lights are out, and we'll go back to green here next time, bye. So I think we did complete the first 2 laps on a green, almost 3. Pace car is off, and gotta wait for the restart zone here, and we can go back to green flag racing. Hopefully it lasts a little bit longer than the first time, but beggars can't be choosers in Martinsville. I'll take 3 laps every time. Alright, green flag back in the air. Barker, good restart, gets out in front. Wilson and Lowell battling for second. Looks like Bradley Wilson going to take over that second spot. And Bradley Wilson knocking on the door for the lead behind his teammate, Garrett Wolfenbarger. Brian Feil, Hayden Lowell doing a little bit of door banging down the front straightaway. Hayden a little bit out of the groove there, entering 3. Wilson trying to do an over-under on Wolfenbarger for the lead. Feil almost clears for 3rd. Lowell is barely there, sends it deep into 3. Does stick it. Feil's just going to about have it. Not quite, couldn't get the power down. Hayden seems a little bit better under braking, but Ryan getting the power down better off the corner. Caution is out. Looks like it's going to be Wyatt McCombs this time in the 10. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh, Wyatt just loose under braking. 23 at Llewellyn, nowhere to go. Back it up a little bit farther so we can see how it started. Entering 1, Wyatt tries to send it to the inside of the 5, and I think just a little too much rear brake bias in that 10. Right on board with the 23. Yep, nothing he can do. Let's pick up some damage from that, but I doubt it's race ending or anything too severe. Alright, that's going to put us under our second caution of the night. Decent racing so far. We got some racing in before the cautions, so not going to complain yet. It could be worse. It could be Richmond. But if we keep getting cautions this quickly every time, it is going to be a long 200 laps, that's for sure. Weather at the moment, 67 degree ambient, 70 degree track temp, 81% humidity, and only 4-mile-an-hour wind. So, pretty cool day here at Martinsville. Obviously, it's in October, so not a surprise there. It's going to make for a lot of grip. Alright. Field is double file once again. Pace car is off. I'm gonna get used to saying this all night. And wait for the restart zone. There it is. Green flag back in the air. A little bit of a stack up, a little bit farther into the field. Looks like they got it all sorted out. Oh, Casey Graves! Loose into turn one. He saved it. Good save by Casey. We stay green. Wolfenbarger still out front. Oh, Giglio around in 3 and 4. Oh, and Toll Owen a huge ARCA break. Well, that ain't ideal. A few cars picking up damage in that one. We are under yellow. Back it up. See how this starts. Giglio, just too much rear brake bias. Goes around into 3. Let's ride on board with the 09 through this as well. See the 16 up top, clearly visible, and doesn't seem till last second, so. Tough break there for the 16. And I think it was going to be probably just 10 or 20 seconds of damage, and that's probably turned into some wheel damage in the right rear now. Alright, green flag back in the air. Wolfberger gets a good restart. On board with Wolfenbarger from the lead. Starting to drive away from Bradley Wilson, just a hair. A little bit deeper into the field. Ronnie Holmes, this is a playoff battle right here. Nick Cooper, Ronnie. See that? It's tight right there. I mean, Ronnie needs to get all the points he can get tonight if he wants to stay above the cut line. And Nick definitely needs all the points he can get to get into the cut line. Ryan files around off 2, and that's big contact for Nick Cooper. Parking lot off 2. Hold, check up, check up. Huge accident here in 1 and 2. The 81 goes around and '56 and the 81 get together. And the 81 just slides right down in front of the field. Take one more look at it from the blimp camera. 56 goes down to the bottom, the 81's blocking a little bit, and then 56 just rear end steps out under braking. Too much brake bias in the rear again. These guys are trying to push the limit on that, and they just keep wrecking. Alright, coming back to the green. '56 goes around. 52 of Brantley Bryant got into him. Alright, let's take a look at that one. Now people are mad at each other and seems to be wrecking on purpose. All right, we're coming back to the green. Barger, decent restart. Wilson trying to make that move, not quite going to get there. Jeff Price is around. And there's not going to be a caution for that. Alright, let's see what happens. Hayden, it's loose on her braking. Back underway. Had to go single file restarts because nobody seems to know how to race. Apologize for the showing they've put on so far. Not what I pride myself on. Frankly, I thought we were better than this, but it is what I get for trying to do Martinsville on iRacing. I'll take responsibility for that. But we have been green for a couple of laps now, so maybe that was the difference. All right, battle for the lead, about 2/10 apart. Third and fourth, also about 2/10 apart. And then you got Davis Greenwald about a second back in fifth. Ronnie Holmes right on his back bumper. Ronnie doing a good job right now, getting points. We have 6 laps to go on stage 1. Next time by, if we get a caution after that point, stage will be official. Daniel Llewellyn lost some spots there. I just let some guys go. Running 18th right now. Hayden Lowell, who has had a rough night to start with, to say the least. Hopefully move the brake bias forward and try to get back to the front now, but he's made a lot of people angry already in this race. And unfortunately for him, I mean, I think he's caused at least 2 cautions at this point. That's unofficially, obviously, but I mean, he's only at 4 at-fault points, so that's going to drop him down to probably a suspension if he did cause 2 cautions already. A little farther up front, Wolfenbarger about a half second over Bradley Wilson. Another second and a half back to Brandon Bryant. And then about just under a second to Kobe Stidham. Davis Greenwell still holding on to 5th. Ronnie Holmes still in 6th. Cody Cleaver 7th. Cody having a good night right now. I think he's got a little bit of damage from those earlier on incidents, but it's Martinsville, so unless you got bad wheel damage, you can sit out there with plenty of damage and still be fast. Garrett Warren in the 8th spot. He needs a lot of points tonight for the playoffs. Casey Graves 9th. Same situation for him as well as Nick Cooper. So those 2 True Speed cars trying to get as many points as they can. Nick, I'm surprised. His car looks pretty clean. So he got off pretty scot-free in that wreck he was involved in. O'Keefe, a lot of playoff cars here in the bottom half of the top 10. But I think your lowest running playoff car right now is the 16 of Giglio. He's back in 26th right here. Got a lot of damage in that 16. We have wrapped up stage 1. Sorry, the laps tick by so quick here at Martinsville. I think these are going to be mostly accurate. Don't take my word for it, but here are your stage 1 results. Those are your drivers getting points. Move on to stage 2. Leaders encountering some lap traffic now. 26 of DG Swiss, the first one on the hot seat. On board Bradley Wilson as these 2 leaders navigate through the lap traffic. Oh, that was close! Little too late on the brakes. I think he was trying to take advantage of Garrett going offline and nearly ran the 26 over. Yeah, Jeff, I appreciate it. You did a good job. Caution didn't come out for you, so sorry about your luck, man. Sorry that happened to you, but I do appreciate you getting off track quick and not bringing the yellow out. That has helped a ton. Giglio just went a lap down. Damage on that car is too much. He just alt-F forward. He has called it a night, and that's probably going to be the end of his playoff run. We'll take a look at the points here. That's not live, but Giglio was already minus 10 coming into this race, and now he's going to have another DNF. Leader just put Jamel Collins in 25th, 1 lap down. Wyatt McComb's up next. look a little bit farther back. Keep an eye on all these battles. Cody Cleaver, Casey Graves battling for the 8th spot. Casey Graves does get that 8th spot. Patrick O'Keefe also gets by Cleaver for 9th. Some late run speed here for these two. And I think Cleaver, either the damage is hurting him or he kind of overheated his tires, but he is falling down the order now. Dave Hoytsma lost a couple of spots. I think. Oh man, he got off the groove there. Lose that spot to the 37 of Trego. I don't know if he's got issues or what, but he is running off the racing line right now. I've just been letting the 23 and the 1 go. But here come the leaders. Knocking on his back bumper. They're gonna go by Jeremy Scherer. Put him 1 lap down. And now there's a whole mess of cars up in front of this 32. Double file lap cars in front of him, that's not going to be ideal. Some of them up off into the wall right there. The 5 of Reigns, now the 1. Oh, the 09 just got spun. That is going to be our 7th caution of the night. We had a long green flag run going there. And the leader is not happy about it, rightfully so. Take a look at it here. 09 gets into the back of the 5. 5 runs up the racetrack and just a huge stack up right there. I guess I don't know how else to explain it. Very weird situation. Like I said, that'll be our 7th caution of the night, and I'm sure everybody going to come down pit road here, at least on the lead lap, because that was a lot of laps on those tires. Looks like it's going to be 4 tires for the 32. Guys have 5 extra sets of tires tonight. 6 total in the that available to them, including the ones they start on. Barely beats the 51 off of pit road right there. Alright, well, my faith has somewhat been restored in these guys. Not 100%, but... Alright, so it looks like everybody has figured it out. Maybe. Everybody has come down pit road. So I thought Scherer was going to stay out, but he just pitted a lap later. He's going to come out in 18th. Looks like he got the lucky dog. We had a few guys take the wave around here, including the 97, the 1, 24, 26, and the 77. All getting a lap back. I think the 5 and the 09 as well, but they The 09's got some pretty bad damage. But here we go. Back to double file. See if this works out. Green flag. About to come back out. And green flag is waving. Racing again with 130 laps to go. Oh, somebody's up off the group there. Looks like Trey Bartow in the 11. Side by side for the third spot, Brantley Bryant, Kobe Stidham. Oh, contact right there, the 36. Got a little loose under braking. Apologizes immediately over the radio, but lost a few spots on that endeavor. There was a block on the 56 there into 3. Oh, one of Casey Graves. He got the wall there off 4. He's going to be alright, though. Leaders are close. Bradley Wilson trying to make the move now while he's close to the 32. Again, trying to do the over-under. Doesn't work too well in this car, I've noticed. If you did that in a truck or Xfinity or an old Cup car, it'd work a lot better, but these next gens just don't get enough of a run from doing this for you to get alongside. Your only two options are really just wait for a mistake or give them the bumper. And even giving them the bumper doesn't work too well because of how much grip they have. Trevor Trago, Jesse Jones, about the 13th. 23 cars on the lead lap. Oh, Jesse Jones got up off the concrete there. Bradley's still all over the back bumper of this 32 car. Might have given him a little bit of a bumper right there. I know they're teammates, but at some point, this 51 is going to be getting a little bit impatient. He wants this win for himself, at least a stage win. But these two both in a good situation on points, so I don't think you're going to see them wrecking each other anytime soon. A huge gap from these leaders to third. That's over 3 seconds now. Take a look at our turn 1 cam. There's the leaders. And there's third place. Quite the gap they've already grown. These two, definitely the class of the field right now. Got 28 cars on the track still. 4 DNFs so far. Oh, the 26 of DG Swiss nearly took the leaders out. Oh my goodness, that was a jump scare. Let's take a look back at this, see how it started. Just got loose entering 1, and as the car bounces off the wall, he doesn't have brakes, and nearly took the leaders out. Very scary situation there. Let's ride on board with the 51. See what he saw through this. He has no idea there. He sees the car on the wall and... Oh, wow. Got up on the curb to make sure he had enough room. That could have been very bad, but... gonna get away with it there. That was, I think, about 14 laps of green flag racing we had. And I think it would be enough for, if you took tires here, it might give you a slight advantage. So we're going to see some guys in the back probably come down, take a set of tires, and see if they can make it work here at the end of stage 2. But everybody up front in this top 10 is going to take these points when they can get them. Pace car is off. Bradley trying everything he can to use his restart to his advantage. Meanwhile, Kobe Stidham trying to defend Patrick O'Keefe for 5th. Had an issue here for the 55. See what happened quickly. Oh man, big moment there. And the 23 got together. Montrose gets by Cody Cleaver. That's for 12th. Like everybody pretty much single file now. Ronnie Holmes looks like trying to defend from Hayden Lowell. Hayden desperately trying to get around this 57. We come up to the end of stage 2. He knows every point counts. This 57 is going to be defending pretty hard, I'm sure. 5 laps to go in stage 2. Hayden to the inside of the 57. Ronnie Holmes doing everything he can to hold on to the 7th place. Once again, the leaders have grown a big gap on the rest of the field. And 56 does clear the 57. Now the 01 sends it in from a couple car lengths back and gets the inside of Ronnie Holmes. Not quite going to hold it there, though. Ronnie does give him the bottom again. 2 laps to go in stage 2. This is their best battle on track. Huge playoff implications for these spots right here. White flag in stage 2. Garrett Wolfenbarger sweeps the stages. Bradley Wilson second. Brantley Bryant your top 3. There is your stage 2 results. Bradley lost a lot of time to Garrett. Jeez, Garrett Wolfenbarger, about a 2nd and a 10th. So those two pretty far apart. And then a 2.5 seconds back to Brantley Bryant, Davis Greenwald 4th, and Kobe Stidham your top 5. Nick Cooper started in the back today, and just hasn't had the luck so far. Hasn't come up through the field, I'm sure, as quickly as he was expecting to, but I don't think that would have changed the strategy for him. He starts from the back. That's his thing, and it usually works out pretty well for him. O'Keefe looking at the inside of Stidham. O'Keefe does take away this 5th spot. Now Hayden will trying to use the outside to get around the 36. There's 94 laps to go. Stage 3. These two still going at it. Hayden does lose some ground there, but beats him under braking. Hayden really good under braking, it seems like tonight. But just maybe a little bit too much, and he gets in there too hard and doesn't get the run off. This time he crosses the 36 over. Now he's got that preferred inside lane. And he does make the pass. Kobe tried to cross him over, gave him the bumper there in the middle of 3 and 4, but it's not going to be enough. Cooper gets by Matthew Blackley. It's up inside the top 15. So, these guys have been pretty good so far. I don't want to jinx it too much, but I am pretty happy to see they were able to start racing hard. Ronnie Holmes has an issue. And, wow, I shouldn't say anything ever again. And he is just going to avoid going a lap down. But with how much damage he has, I don't think it's going to matter too much. Let's take a look at what happened. OG gear replay. Ronnie Holmes entering 3. The car just steps out. And can't get it righted again. As he tries to get going again here. Goes over the curb and spins out again. So, not ideal there for Ronnie. I'm sure this is not what he wanted to see. He was running in a solid top 10 position. Was having a good points night. And now he's going to have to come from the back. Up front, nobody coming down pit road here in the top 5. Hayden Lowell going to be our first taker. And I'm pretty surprised to see none of these guys up here down pit road. I know we're getting to the end of this race, but 87 laps is a lot, and these guys already have 45 laps on their tires. A lot of that was under green. Hayden Lowell going to wait on pit road, fix damage. Just get most of that fixed, it looks like. Maybe Hayden Lowell, Cliff Mullins, Nick Cooper off the pit road. A whole bunch of other cars. I don't know what these Wanted Goons guys are doing. They're having fun. They're having a good time. Alright. 1 to green. Wolfbarker going to take the inside lane. Sounds like Casey Graves might have sped up pit road. Not sure. They've just been in the back already, but... ...24 cars on the lead lap. Toll Owen, first car lap down. Flag back in the air. On the block and going down into turn 1. 71, very close. Kind of chopped the nose off the 04. So 83 laps to go in this race. I would say it's still not the time to be aggressive. But if you're in a desperate point situation, maybe it is. Who knows? This is not when I'd be pushing, though. Even if this were a full-length race, so Cody Cleaver couldn't even get my thought out. Looks like everybody saves it pretty much. But Cody Cleaver... Oh, Ronnie Holmes again, it looks like. See how that starts. Cody Cleaver into 3. The car just goes up. Goes around on him. A little bit too much rear brake bias, maybe, or just too quick on the downshift. And we'll take a look at how Ronnie Holmes gets involved. Oh, pretty big contact with the 24 at Collins there. And he goes around it the same way he did the last time. Ronnie, I'm sorry if you watch this back, but that's pretty funny. At least this time you're not at fault for this. Oof. Same curve, same spot. Got him. Owen gets the lucky dog here. That'll make 25 lead lap cars. pace car lights are out. We're going to try this again. Had a pretty good run up here in the middle part of this race, so we'll see if we can keep it going. Got some cars coming from the back on new tires. So we'll see if they can make those work. New tires are all the way up to 9th, the 56 of old, so like I said, we'll see. Here we go. Back through the restart zone. Of Bryant gets a good restart. See if he makes a move for the second spot. He's trying. All right, top two clear again. These have been our top two for pretty much the whole race so far. These two are on another level from the rest of the field. Oh man, the 20 of Greenwell completely chopped the nose of Montrose off. He's lucky he didn't get turned. And Greenwell not happy with Montrose on the radio, but I don't know. I think I saw that differently. Ronnie Holmes involved again. Let's see how this one started. Alright, we have an incident here. I think this was after the restart, the 01 and 97. Oh, the 97 gets hard into the back bumper of Casey Graves. I don't think that was intentional. I think that was an accident. Alright, and this is the cause of the caution. Jonathan Rains up into teammate Ronnie Holmes, sends him around in 1 and 2. Ronnie has had a bad go of it the last 3 cautions. Only one of those were his fault. Okay, let's try it again. Pace car pulled off, and Wolfberger in control as he has been the whole race. Green flag back in the air. And start the timer. Caution clock enabled. We're going to have a caution in 30 seconds probably. Montrose, Davis Greenwell side by side. They were not happy with each other under the yellow. Caution's out. I think that was about 30 seconds. Daniel Llewellyn and Nolan Walker are around on the backstretch. Alright, let's see how this one started. Cliff Mullins gets loose on entry to 3. Alright, now let's see what happened with the 77. I think this is the actual cause for the caution. Oh, it was the 23. The 23 goes around and then the 77 gets involved in it. Daniel Llewellyn spins out off 2. And comes back up across the track. Collects the 77 of Walker. Kenny, sorry, I just saw your chat. Started off way worse than expected. Then we went green for about 45, 50 laps. And now it's kind of getting bad again. So, mixed bag. We had some good racing there for a while. We've had some really bad racing to start the race. A lot of guys butting heads, obviously. But the racing up front with these two has been outstanding. They've both been racing each other. They're dead even on speed, it seems like. I think if one mistake happens, it could be Bradley's opportunity to take the lead. He's been fast all night. Laps to go here in the Bullring 200. Oh, the 71 got loose off 4. Managed to save it, got a little bit of right front damage, but overall could have been much worse for him and the field. So 71 O'Keefe's going to get away with one there and maintain top 5. Had a wreck in 3 and 4. They have got it rolling again. It looks like. All right. Caution is out. We had a wreck earlier. We had a car that was slow from the wreck, about to cause a wreck, so caution has come out. '55 of Jesse Jones up into the 82 of Mullins. Alright. Pace car's off. Let's try this again. Caution is out. See what happened. He's still wrecking. A little bit of net code on that one. Not a lot, but a little bit. Yeah, about a foot of net code, it looks like. One more time from the chase camera, then we can get a good look at it. Right there. Yeah, about a foot and a half, maybe, net code, so. That wreck, we can thank iRacing for that one. I don't think they would have touched. I think we're coming up on the over-under for caution laps. I don't have that counter available on the broadcast overlay anymore, but I think we're somewhere around 10 cautions. I think we're a little bit more than 10. We're probably around 13 or 14 right now. Alright, it's going to be single file again. There'll be 49 laps to go when we take the green flag once again. Green flag back in the air. O'Keefe and Bryant battle for third. Some of the newest tires up here in the top 10. Oh no! O'Keefe is around in turn 2. See how this happened. O'Keefe trying to cross 52 over, realized he didn't have room, and then Got loose. Oh, and the one of Montrose nails him right in the front bumper. Right on board with Ian here. Yeah. Mike McCombs gets the lucky dog here. He'll be one lap down. Alright, it's going to be a single file restart. Green flag back in the air, 42 laps to go. Cade Lowell got a pass done for fourth there, right off the restart, and the caution's out. That is our 16th caution. Ian Montrose. Looks like might have either got upset under braking or tried to block the 11. I don't know. A weird one. A lot of our issues have come under braking tonight. Definitely looks like a block gone wrong. Well, enjoy these last 40 laps while you can, because this is probably the last time you'll ever see this series at Martinsville for a very long time. These guys were given the chance to run at this awesome facility and couldn't keep their heads on their shoulders. But let's look at the positive side tonight. Garrett Wolfenbarger has been absolutely dominant. Take a look at our laps led up here on the ticker, or down here on the ticker. He has led every single lap so far in this race. 161 laps complete. He's got 161 laps led. Pretty impressive. And that's not just because we've been under caution the whole time. He's just been that fast. There's plenty of opportunity for him to lose this lead, especially to this 51 behind him, but he's held on to it. Wyatt McCombs got back on the lead lap. Ian Montrose now 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. We are back to 1 to green. We're going to go green this time by, and maybe one of these times we go green to the end. I don't know. One can hope. You know the deal. Pace car's off. Caution's out. Faber just got loose off turn 4. Puts us under our, I think, 17th caution of the night. Alright, coming back to the green. I don't have any hope this time. Probably going to get another wreck right after. But we still got 30 to go, so we could be here a while if they keep wrecking. Oh, the 32! That was a scary moment for him right there. It was a good save. I know it didn't look like much, but having to counter steer in this car at this track, it's usually a death sentence, so It was a good shot not losing that thing right there. That could have been it. Oh, Garrett Warren way up out of the groove. He's going to drop quite a few spots right there from that. And Cooper trying to hold off Kobe Stidham. His two teammates, True Speed. True Speed 5th, 6th, and 7th. 6-7. Oh no! The 0-1 off the nose of the 20. Davis, Greenwell, and Casey Graves get together. Casey, very lucky he did not get hit by the 5 right there. Off the corner, the 20 and the 41. The 0-1 just goes around off the 20's nose. I can't really give you a concrete answer on whose fault that was. Could have been a combination of the 22 high off the corner and the 0-1 pinching, but sends Casey around. And fortunately for Casey Graves, no damage. Casey Graves just picked up a black flag on pit road. But it got speeding right there. I think it's going to be exiting close pit. Either way, I think it's just going to be a yellow penalty, so not a big deal for him there. Just fixing some damage under yellow, it looks like. Alright. Should be going green next time by. Get this thing over with. Move on to good racetrack next week at Rockingham Speedway. That'll be a nice change of pace. Back to an intermediate style track. Next week, Rockingham 150. It'll be round 3 of this chase. But still got 22 laps to go at the line. Tonight's race at Martinsville. As he has the last 178 laps. We'll restart from the 32. Oh, the 35 of Nick Cooper is around off the turn 4. Bad couple of cautions for True Speed. Back it up. Oh, he got the curbing. That's all that was. He was trying to avoid the chaos on his outside and caught the curb. You're going to see into 3, I think the 52 and the 56 get together. Yeah, 52 locks up, and the 35 trying to get underneath catches the curb, and that causes the car to bounce all around because it's a stupid next gen. If we were in a normal stock car, that caution wouldn't have happened right there. He would have been able to easily save that. That is huge playoff implications. That sends the 01 and the 35 to the back with those 2 cautions. Nick, I don't think got any damage there, so might just be coming down for tires right here, but wasn't able to stop in his box. Field is too close behind him. Flag back in the air. 17 laps to go at Martinsville for the Bullring 200. Sponsor of the race. There in third, Brantley Bryant. Cars that we just saw getting those two last cautions, CTC Racing Cooper, they're in 21st and 23rd respectively. Oh, the 5 of Rains having issues. And the 04 Garrett Warren is around to the backstretch. 20 cautions. We are getting close to rivaling the Season 2 race, I think it was. It was the same race length. I think that had 24 cautions. Yes. So this could rival the worst Martinsville race of all time that I've ever been a part of. But sadly, still not the worst CTC race of all time. Cliff Mullins is around again. Alright, first let's take a look at how this started. Before trying to avoid the 5 and went around on the back straightaway. And after the caution came out, 82 and the 10 get together. And then under yellow, 82 drives into the 09. 11 laps to go. Yeah, that didn't take long. Nick Cooper again involved. And we also have the 09. Like a stack up on the restart on this one. And the 5 of Jonathan Rains up into the 35 of Nick Cooper. And the 09 is whole Owen goes around on the backstretch. That's what brings the yellow out. Six laps to go. And there it is. Not even going to say what happened. Alright, it's going to use our first of 3 green-white checkered attempts. I'm sure we're going to use all of them. Playoffs right now, Nick Cooper just kept getting involved in things. He's in 21st. He's a pretty bad spot right now for him. Casey Graves, 15th. It's all right. It's not sure what he wants, but could be worse. Patrick O'Keefe in 10th. Not a bad spot for him. Same with Ronnie, 10th and 12th. Not horrible. Davis Greenwell, 6th. That's not a bad spot. I think, I mean, he finished pretty well last week at Chicagoland, so we could be talking about a surprise championship 4 appearance if he keeps doing this. But he's got to finish this race, though. I don't want to jinx him or anything. I'm sure I already did, but at this point, it doesn't matter. I think everybody's going to get wrecked at some point in this race. Green's back out. 2 laps to go. Overtime attempt number 1. Hayden Lowell trying to battle. I'm sorry, not Hayden Lowell. Brantley Bryant trying to battle for the 2nd spot. Hayden Lowell waiting behind, and white flag is out. 1 lap to go. We can finally finish this race. Wolfenbarger down the backstretch for the final time. Bradley not close enough to send it. Brantley Bryant going to stay in behind the 51. And it is going to be Garrett Wolfenbarger taking home the win here in Martinsville. Bullring 201, I think. Oh, we finished the race. I don't think this is even close to our longest race of the year, though, so. 32, we're going to burn it down the front straightaway. That is the 3rd win in a row for this 32 car. It's his 5th win of the season. He is making himself a championship favorite right now. Hey Garrett, it's Lucas, got me.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey man, well, it was a long night, but luckily you weren't involved in any of the garbage that was going on behind you, man. Walk us through it.
Yeah, man, just qualified on pole and kind of just sat there the whole race. Pretty sure I led every lap. I don't think anyone else led a lap, so that's great. Swept the stages, led all the laps, and just stayed out front. Appreciate no one for wrecking me there, and at least we got her done on the first restart there. I kind of just... The tires didn't really fall off, so I knew as long as I could just stay up front and try to push it at a decent rate, I probably could just stay there without worrying about tire fall off. So that was good. And then, yeah, just hopefully was getting good restarts there on the last couple ones, and we did that. And Bradley and Brantley went 2 wide there, going out of 2. So, yeah, that pretty much gave it to me, and back-to-back wins, man. It was a fun race and a great way to start the playoffs here.
Yeah, that'd actually be your 3rd in a row. So, yeah, better than back-to-backs, back-to-back-to-back.
Yeah. So I forgot about Dago already.
Yeah, 5th on the
3 in a
season.
row.
That's pretty impressive, man. Going into Rockingham, how you feeling about that one?
Yeah, man, Rockingham. Not one of my favorites, to be honest with you. Every time we go there, it's always a struggle. So we're definitely going to get our practice in for sure, and get with all the guys and just get prepared for that, and hopefully go get us another one.
Absolutely. Any sponsors or shout-outs for the win tonight?
Yeah, One of Goons. Everybody on One of Goons Black. Bradley, Brantley, Ryan. Everyone else for showing up and racing. Everyone else on the other one Goons team too, of course. They're showing up and racing too, so appreciate them. OG Gear for being on the car all season. Brantley Bryant for the paints all season, and then you for broadcast and running the league. It's been great so far, and glad to be doing pretty good in these playoffs. So it's been really fun, and on to next week.
All right, man. Appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on the win once again. Go celebrate with the team.
Yep, thank you.
That was your winner here at Wolfburger. Now let's back it up and get a word with our second place finisher in just a moment. Bradley, it's Lucas. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. Well, taking home a second place tonight. Looks like just couldn't get going green long enough or really give you a chance to get around that 32, but still, nice strong second place for you. How we feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Just getting sick and damn tired of finishing second behind that 32 car. I tell you what.
Yeah, he's been on a tear recently. It's his third in a row, fifth on the season. You got anything for him in terms of championship?
If it came down to it and I had the opportunity, I was gonna tie Gibbs his that. I was gonna do it. But when we didn't quite have the opportunity, had a pretty crappy restart there for that finishing one. But honestly thought we were gonna get another opportunity to try to get to him, seeing how everything was going. But I don't know. I don't even know where we're at for the championship race, but I'm just saying. I have yet to give him the bumper. I've yet to give him payback for Kansas last season. It might be time.
Well, I look forward to it at Phoenix, which is where the championship race is.
Oh hell yeah!
So
I love me some Phoenix.
Yeah, going to be a lot of opportunity there for some slide jobs and door banging. So hopefully you guys are. I mean, we still got 2 weeks to go. We got Rockingham and Nashville coming up. How you feeling about that?
I'm usually pretty good at Rockingham. Nashville's kind of hit or miss, but maybe we can put a little practice in. Haven't had as much practice as we probably should have for these past few weeks, but maybe we can get a little bit and actually finish running that 32 car.
I look forward to it, man. Any shout outs or sponsors want to throw in there?
Got to shout out one of Goons and OG Gear for picking us up, hopefully for many more seasons to come. Wolfie and Brantley for running really hard, and for 1, 2, 3. I did not expect to see Brantley up there. I'm gonna be honest. He's usually in the back. Got to thank my dad, my family, my girlfriend. Got to thank everyone for supporting me. You for putting this on and putting up with a lengthy penalty report. I'm looking forward to this, and it probably won't be out till next week with how many wrecks are out. But just shout out to everyone for sticking with it.
Yeah, I should be getting paid $50 an hour for this race.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for talking to us. We'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. It was Bradley Wilson taking home second. Now we'll get a word with our third place finisher in the 52, Brantley Bryant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Nice podium for you tonight. Bradley giving you a kind of a subtle burn there. He said he's surprised to see you on top 3. So I don't know. You got anything for that?
You know what? I've known that man for 5 years now. Now he should know good and well that when it comes to some short track racing, I told him at the beginning of the season, "Hey, if I make it to Martinsville, it's on." And I showed him what's up. I was sitting there side by side, and old crew chief and that Ryan File, he finally made out the porta potty and talked me down a little bit and got me from going side by side with him. He didn't. I thought, I'm gonna be real. I locked up going on the inside of Hayden one time. Didn't really want to do that to my teammates. So yeah, I backed her down a little, probably more than I should have. Didn't want to, wreck my teammate for a finish or anything. I want to kind of keep it clean because we know how this night's been.
Oh boy, do we! And I'm so glad that we ended under 1 overtime. I was ready to get out of there. So nice job on the third place. Got any shout outs or sponsors?
Yeah, I gotta thank OG Gear and one of Goons. They've been a blessing, really. Brought us in. Been a blessing racing with them. Bradley Wilson, Wolfie for running hard up there. Ryan Fowle, terrible how his night ended, but he was up there for a little bit. Blake too. Kind of had a crap ton of damage. But thank you for broadcasting this. Like to thank County Line Speedway. Like to thank everybody on the car. Like to thank Bryant's All Around Services. Everybody for showing up. And we're gonna have a fun one next week at Rockingham. We're probably gonna tear some more stuff up.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to seeing you there. Congrats on the podium tonight. We'll see you then.
Bullring!
Yeah, just want to send one quick more shout out to Brantley for sponsoring tonight's race. I'm sure he expected this outcome. I don't think I need to say sorry. I will anyway for how it turned out, but we all expected this. It's Martinsville in iRacing. It's almost always like this. You could put pro drivers out here, they do the same thing. So, you would have liked to see the end be a little cleaner, but it is what it is. I hope you all enjoyed the green flag racing we did have. We were fortunate to have that, I think. So, hope you enjoyed that part of it, but that is going to do it for me tonight. I'm Lucas Hoitzma. We will see you next week for Rockingham Speedway and tomorrow night for the Gen 4 cars. You guessed it. Back here at Martinsville for the Chrome Horn Classic. Oh, Lord. All right. See you tomorrow.